Hey everyone, my name is Danilo Petrovic.
I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Denis Kudla.
I'm Evgeny Donskoy.
I'm Henry Laaksonen.
I'm Peter Torebko, and you're listening to the Game to Love podcast.
Hey, welcome back, tennis fans. Here we go. It is the big one. We're going to Miami. Welcome to Miami. Yeah, that's it. We're going to Miami Open, and we're starting off with the women's. Yeah, tonight, JG. How are you doing? All right?
Yeah, very well, mate. I know we was discussing earlier, what are we going to do tonight, the men's or the women's? Should we try and do both? And I feel like we both decided that it'd be best to give them their own respect and have their own podcast, considering they're such big tournaments. Obviously, it's a WTA 1000, Masters for the men's. There's a lot at stake. And unfortunately for the men's, there's a lot of big seeds who are out. Obviously, none of the big three. But that's still really exciting. There's still some top talent. Same with the women's. I think there's probably more of a stacked draw on the women's. Doesn't seem to be as many withdrawals, but there still is some.
Yeah, there's still a few, isn't there? I mean,
it
was always
more.
going to happen.
Maybe more will come as well. That's the thing. I think we see that with the men's and women's. I don't think it's even set now. I feel like we'll see a few more withdrawals, unfortunately.
I think you're right. I don't want to tempt fate, though, and start saying we're going to have it when it's not confirmed yet. Hi, the guys there in the live chat. We got Mary Sky in there. We got Mikey Matter waiting for another draw preview, trying to get up the top. We got Vimbai in there. Good to have you in. And table tennis. And obviously, Mr. Rock of the GTL universe, Mr. Thomas Rock, the admin of the Discord. He is in there. So good to have you guys in with us. Ready for this one. I thought that we should probably kick off with having a little look down at some previous winners. Should we have a quick look down to see who won last year and moving on down as well?
Well, you've got obviously there Ashley Barty. She's defending the most points. So there's a lot at stake for her. She's still number one in the world. Am I not mistaken?
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me because she's not the best player in the world on the women's side. There's a few contenders, I think. I think Naomi Osaka, for me, is the number one women's player right now. So I know there's a lot of controversy about the drawings. The rankings. People saying it's a load of rubbish. Why do people even care about the rankings? Because it's not really a fair reflection at the moment. I think we just take it with a pinch of salt. I think the rankings at the moment. Roger Federer's sixth. He's going to be dropping out of sixth soon as well, I think.
Yeah, that's sad, isn't it? I mean, sort of expected though. You can't just go a whole year and not play any tennis, and it's going to be tough for him to even come back and defend.
Mate, let's be honest, it's ridiculous that he's still in the top 10.
Yeah, well, it's crazy, isn't it? I mean, if there was none of this protected ranking stuff and there was none of this pandemic, I'm sure he'd be outside already due to that long injury that he's coming back from. Hopefully he makes a full recovery and we get to see some top tennis from him again.
Yeah.
But yeah, on the women's side, it is a little bit... I wouldn't say it's even as important to be ranked or higher in these tournaments for women. I think that the women, they can get away with being like middle of the pack and still.
Okay, I agree a little bit with you, but I feel like it's still important to be seeded as a woman.
Yes,
you want to be seeded in the draw. You look at Gabi Muguruza, the last few tournaments, she's unseeded, and for me that is just ridiculous. How someone of that quality. We know how good she can be in the Grand Slams as well, at the highest of levels. Yes. Not to be seeded is just bizarre. And she's going to be playing against people in draws where it's just a bit unfair on them, if anything, because she is. She shouldn't just be a seed. She should be maybe number 2 seed or 3 seed. I think she's that good.
Well, I always go back to the sort of older days when Serena and Venus were doing it at the Slams constantly. They were just not playing many tournaments throughout the year.
Yeah.
And then they were coming into the tournament ranked to 30 in the world or something, and then just completely wiping people out from the middle of the draw. So that's just how they didn't need to. They didn't need to play the whole season, though, to be on top of the game and win the Grand Slam. So I can see why they did it. But Garbiñe, she's one to watch, and I wouldn't want to be playing her in any first round if you're one of these seeded players.
Yeah, well, we'll have a little look where she is in the draw, but let's just go through some of the winners. So last year, we didn't have Miami, obviously, because of COVID.
No.
The year before, Ashley Barty, we've got Sloane Stevens in there,
Yes.
Joanna Konta. And just for people wondering, the ones below is the double. So you had, because we was like 3 winners. That's weird. I think it gave it away when you see Martina Hingis and Mirza winning there, and then Lisicki as well. Hingis, obviously, quality doubles player. She did very well in this tournament. Serena Williams there, back to back, she won it. Azarenka as well, surprised. She's won it a few times. 2016, I think if you go down, there you go. 2011, she's won it as well. Yeah, is there one before that? I don't think there is. Oh, there is. Yeah, 09 as well. So, and there's Serena. It's the same old names. And it's amazing that these two are still playing and they're still at the top of the game. Kim's trying to make a comeback. Look, there's Serena, even more of her there.
Mate, it's just
look how dominant she was here.
And there you go. That was before.
Gave it to her sister for a year.
Well, no, that was when Serena, she was just a little bit slower getting going than Venus. Venus was the older one, and she got on the tour and managed to get a few wins in before Serena really got going, luckily. So there you go. There's Venus, who's there again. Back in going to the 90s now, mate. God, taking me back a bit here. Steffi Graf, mate. Legend, absolute legend. And got quite a few people jumping in. We got Jordan there. How you doing, buddy? Alanda joining us as well, and also Abassa, our regular Twitch viewer. great to have you in.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. But without further ado, we've gone through some of the winners there. It's the same kind of names you would expect. It just emphasizes for me there's some big players winning this event. It is a prestigious tournament which you never see missed. It's weird that it did miss last year because of COVID, but things happen. But anyway, let's get on to the draw. I just want to let everyone know in the chat, if you want to join our league, it's completely free. I'll put the link in there right now, but it's also in the description as well. It's completely free. You just need to put your email address in. You can compete against me and Ben, everyone else in the GTL community. We'll give away some prizes here and there. And it's a bit of fun. You can go in the Discord and gloat about how good you are at predictions, like I did the other day in Dubai, because I won the Dubai one.
Oh, well, he did indeed.
I had to sneak that in there. You see that?
And you nearly won the whole thing, mate. You nearly won the whole thing in the global bracket. One thing I do want to make clear to everybody as well, there is a lot of qualifiers in these draw previews or in this bracket at the moment. They're still playing. I believe there's another round of qualifying still to play. Don't let that discourage you, but I would advise get your selections in tonight or as soon as possible, because you don't want to miss out. And make sure you hit the update bracket button, because if you miss out on that, then then you're going to be sat there just twiddling your thumbs for the next week or a week or so, and we'll all be chatting about it. So we just make sure you do that. I always get worried after I miss that one in Antalya. The
good thing to note is you can always do it now, save it now, and then once the qualifiers happen, if you can remember, to be fair, I've never have, but if you've got a better memory than me, you can go in just before it starts and sort of adjust it with the qualifiers. So it's good to get your basis in now. I think it's very rare to have a qualifier going all the way and winning, unless you've got, say, like an Aslan Karatsev type player, or who's the other one? Lloyd Harris getting all the way to the final, Musetti. It does happen. So it's good to definitely monitor the bracket. But in the meantime, make sure you join the league and go from there. I'm going to just go through some of the qualifiers.
Please just.
We don't know who they're going to be, but these are some of the names we could potentially be seeing. I think a big one for me, what sort of jumps out, is Peronkova. She beat Kati McNally today in the first round of qualifying in 2 tie breaks. Dangerous. But I think Samsonova as well. She can be dangerous. Watch out for her. Martinkova, another good player. I'm just picking some. You got Greek Minin. I think she's good. Ben likes Babos. Zidansek's another one. I don't like Babos much, but I know you do. So we'll give her a mention.
Yeah, why not, man?
And then Leila Fernandez. And that is a crazy story in itself. Leila Fernandez obviously just won a tournament. She's had to fly. I think she had 20 hours until the first round of qualifying began, and a 5-hour flight. And that was the last time for when she lifted the trophy, she then had to travel 20 hours. No, she had 20 hours to then play her first match, and that includes 5 hours travel time.
My God.
it is unbelievable what she's doing. Whether she pulls out or not is another matter, but hopefully she don't because I want to see her. And then the final one I want to really mention is Leonie Kang. Dangerous young player, Swiss, and exciting. So we'll see what happens with some of them qualifiers.
Yeah, definitely. She is one definitely to watch. We speak about her a lot on the podcast. I think that she is a very dangerous player. I don't think she's quite at the level yet to challenge anyone big. No. But if you're somebody who's, I'd say, around the 30s, 40s mark, she might give you some trouble. So keep an eye out. And now we've said it, we're probably cursing her. So I'm not going to talk about her too much. Let her try and qualify first.
Let her do her own thing.
Yeah, exactly, mate.
We've got Mikey Matter saying he met Gabi Muguruza last Tuesday in Madrid. She's my idol. That's awesome. Hopefully you got a photograph with her.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I don't know if you're allowed to really with COVID and stuff, but it would have been awesome if you're... I'm just jealous you got to meet her, to be fair.
Yeah,
what an icon.
2 meters away.
And Shaddai, they're saying he's already liked the video. Thanks for that. Everyone, if you can like the video to begin with, it really helps us out. And then we'll be getting into the draw preview right now, I think.
We will indeed. Let me pull that one. I'll swap it over so that we can have a look. Do you want to do it in a normal? There's quite a lot of people, isn't there? Do you want to do it?
Yeah,
in
so we'll do it in the format, I think.
Okay,
there you go. Perfect.
I always want to keep the Miami at the top, though. I like seeing that whilst we're doing it. So even if it does mean we
that's good, mate. That's fine.
Sure.
You've got 4 there. You've gone too many now.
All right. Getting overexcited, mate. These Masters events, right?
Mate, we're already getting predictions. People are already doing their predictions to win. You can tell everyone's excited. You've got Wildlife Bianca to win.
Ooh.
Mikey Mata, obviously, he's going for Gabi Muguruza.
Wow, I don't blame you. If you're seeing, I realised when we started off the pod, I had the ATP race to Turin on there. It was supposed to be the WTA race to Shenzhen is where they're racing to. They're not racing to the same place. But as you can see, Muguruza, she is, second in the race to Shenzhen. So that's definitely a person worth picking in your bracket for me. So should we start off, mate? We got Ash Barty, number 1 seed at the top. She has a bye through the first round. And the next ones, we don't know who it's going to be. So we're just going to have to pick a qualifier.
Yeah. For the meantime, I'm going to pick a qualifier, and I've actually Barty going through. I will have a little look to see who it is. But for the meantime, mate, what can we do? Just going to have to stick with that. So I'm going to go with qualifier 1, I think.
I'll go with 2 then, as we always do. There we go. So I reckon Ashley Barty will clear up as well. I'm going to go push her through a little bit there. Ostapenko versus Wang. Not one of the good Wangs for me. So Ostapenko goes through in my eyes. And I'm going to put her through again because risk for me. I took a risk on her in the previous tournament and she completely flopped. So not again for me.
Yeah, I've been stung so many times from risk that I'm not risking it anymore. So there we go. Ostapenko through. Ostapenko Barty. I think it's going to have to be Barty. I'm going to play it very safe, and she's going to be leading that little quadret.
So well.
Quadlet?
Quartet.
The word? Quartet. There we go.
Quadrangle. I don't know. So, for me, Ash Barty, she was in impressive form. Even in the Australian Open, she was in great form. She just had that one slip up where she got done by a bit of a medical timeout by Mukova. So I wouldn't really say that she's lost anything. So let's move on.
She wasn't good. She wasn't impressive. But anyway.
Not a normal.
No.
Standard.
So Herbino versus Qualifier. I'm going to go Qualifier. I don't actually rate Herbino. She's been really losing a lot of matches recently.
I quite like Herbino, so I'm going to stick with Herbino.
Okay.
I don't think she'll go further than Kerber, though. I think Kerber will knock out whoever she plays in that one.
I agree. Moving down, Christina McCall, Siegemund. I'm going to go Siegemund.
Yeah.
Azarenka's then got the bye, but then I'm going to have Azarenka beating her, and then Azarenka to beat Kerber as well.
Yeah, I think, mate, these.
Mate, you got to remember, Azarenka in Miami is a dangerous prospect. We know how good she can be in America in general.
Yeah.
Obviously, US Open finalist, come very close against Naomi Osaka. She's been a bit hot and cold of late. She's been suffering with a few injuries. She doesn't even want to disclose what the injury is. I know in a press conference, she didn't want to talk about it too much, which is for me a bit weird. Regardless, her quality will show
Well,
in this tournament.
what happens if it's like something really like awkward and not something you'd want to talk about, like some sort of weird groin or something? I don't know, something in a place where you wouldn't want to talk about. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but you instantly wouldn't assume that's what it was, though, would you? So it's just, you can give it the benefit of the doubt. I feel like you could just maybe make it up and just say it's her elbow, no?
Oh yeah, I know.
Is that dangerous to be doing?
That's like tempting fate, isn't it? Then your elbow actually goes, and then I don't think you want to be doing that. And then plus everybody, all the cameras will focus on your elbow for the next match. Then and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, terrible shot. Her elbow's off."
That's true. But my only fear with this is she is clearly suffering with some kind of injury. We don't know what it is. Could she drop out, mate? She could just drop out of the tournament.
It might be like a pulled like a buttock muscle or something. You never know, isn't it? But then she might not want to say that because the cameras might start focusing on her buttocks instead. Then so maybe that's why she didn't say it.
Well, whatever it is, I just hope she doesn't pull out because she's got so much quality. She's won the tournament about 5 times by the looks of it.
Exactly.
So I'm going to push her through regardless and just banking on the fact that she's not injured. So I've got Azarenka leading that little section.
Yeah.
So moving down, now we've got the 11th seed Bencic. She's got a bye. Playing, if she is again, Venus Williams. How crazy. Venus Williams is still playing. I think Venus Williams is going to have a bit too much for Serena Diaz as well. I'm going to go through, which is crazy because it just shows how much talent and potential she has, this girl. I say potential. I don't mean that. I mean just raw talent in terms of at the age she is. I still consider her as a top player.
Oh, mate.
And in a one-off game, she can beat a lot of people on tour. I'm not going to say everyone, but there's a lot of players she can beat.
Mate, definitely. I was just going back, just having a look at the comments. I know Mary said something about the brackets being a bit broken. I want to make sure that it's definitely that fixture that is taking place. Is it definitely that one?
All right. Sorry. Let me have a look.
Yeah,
I've got it here, mate.
She said something about Serena Diaz playing. I remember at the begining of the.
Right. So maybe Serena Diaz has dropped out. Is that what you're saying?
No, she's playing Venus Williams. So it is right. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that was. It's something about Kanepi. There's something Kanepi playing Lauren Davis. But anyway, we'll cross that.
We're not even on that bit yet.
Anyway, sorry.
I just want to give a shout out to you, Chris Muir, as well, saying all in last minute of the last podcast of the month, Mr. Thomas Rock. Thanks for that, mate. And now you are going to be passing Mr. Thomas Rock. So you're going to be number 1. Yep. I think there's 8 days or 9 days left of the month. So you're closing in. Can Chris Smith steal it from Thomas Rock? It's another battle there at the top.
That's it, mate.
It's like Medvedev versus Djokovic at the moment. Which one's Djokovic? So that's the question. That
is it. I think Mr. Rock would probably prefer it to be more like a Bublik versus Berrettini or something like that. But anyway, I'm going to go with Bencic to beat Williams in the next round. She'll be fresher. I think Bencic, even though I'm not the biggest fan, even though she's got Ben in her name, I'm not the biggest. I'm going to go with her. I think that she reached the final recently. So
yeah, me too.
Yeah, let's go
with her as well.
All right. Oh, we got another Wang, mate. There's another Wang. I'm going to go
going out this Wang. I think.
Why? This is the good Wang. I'm going with the Wang, mate, on this one.
I don't. It doesn't really matter really because Vondrousova for me beats whoever it is. So I'll have Vondrousova going out. I think that's an interesting match. Bencic Vondrousova. I'm actually going to go against Vondrousova. I'm going to go Bencic.
Boo. Well, I'm sticking with Vondrousova. She had a good tournament. Was it last week? She was playing in the. Yeah, she had a good tournament in Russia last week. So I think I was really impressed with her. I know that wasn't she a wild card into the event as well. I believe. I think.
Ben's right. Apparently, should I say? And Ben is right. Diaz is down here to play Kanepi, which is interesting. So it is Diaz for Kanepi. So that just changed. That blows my whole bracket out the water. Really. Is Kanepi going to beat Bencic? Are we going to do it again, Ben, where we're just going to dwell on it? Kanepi's going to have a semi-final run and we've got nothing to show for it.
Yeah, now I'm torn as well, because if it is Kanepi...
We love Kanepi. Like, she would be on the Hall of Fame on the GTL podcast. We're just a big fan of her. Been around for so long.
Yeah.
Just a bit of a pro. Dangerous player. Does she beat Bencic? I don't know. I really don't know.
Say, innit? Really is hard to say. I reckon she.
I think
could.
she does. I think she does. I've got putting her through. There we go. I'm not going to dwell on it anymore. I'm going to have her going through, and I think she's going to beat Vondrasova as well. So Kai Kanepi for
Wow.
me is leading the charge.
Wow.
You've not gone that far though, right? You've gone Vondrasova to beat Kanepi.
I think Vondrasova's looking pretty strong at the moment, so I'm going to stick with that. Vondrasova. She's not played as much tennis. Kanepi, I don't know. She always.
And big news in the tipping as well. We've got Rafael Nadal joining the big two at the top.
Nice
it's
one,
Jordan 94 with a 9.99. That means he's going to be. I can't work it out. I think he maybe takes number one spot. I think
if it's not number one, then
it's because of the currency. But I think you're number one, mate. To be fair, because the currency is quite good for the pound at the moment. So, well done to you, Rafa. Right to the top, and I love to see that.
It must be, mate. It must be. Let's make it the big three. I love it.
So we've got Thomas, Chris, and Jordan all fighting for March.
Mate, well, it's closing in. It's closing in. If you want a chance, Melez, you got a long way to go, mate. Come on. If you're going to get up that leaderboard to challenge it, you're like Andy Murray. Come on, you're injured. Come on. The big
So moving down to the next lot, we have Kudermetova. Bit disappointing in the last tournament, especially considering it was in Russia. So, what was it, St. Petersburg? I thought she would have maybe won it from the position she was in, but it wasn't to be. Danielle Collins, Mladenovic. I'm going to go Danielle Collins, actually.
Yeah, I thought you might.
And then I'm going to have Collins to beat Kudermetova as well, or Kudermetova.
I'm going to go with Collins. I think the same. I think she's been more impressive. She did lose to Savantech, but I believe she was had some sort of injury, I think. So I'm interested. I mean, if she's fit again, I have her beating her. But if she's not, then she's going out, obviously. But I'm going to stick with it. Just Kostyuk. I like her. She's going through against the qualifier for me.
Yep, me too. And then Sabalenka by. I'll have Sabalenka beating Kostyuk and Sabalenka then beating Collins. So Sabalenka's leading that little section.
Yeah, I think Sabalenka's it's got to be, isn't it?
She could actually have a good run at this tournament, to be fair. I really do believe it because that section above, no offense to them, but I think she beats all of them.
Yeah.
Including Kai Kanepi.
Oof. Speak too soon.
So there we go. I've got that there. So moving down to the next lot. Here we go. Simone Halep, the third seed. Someone who's gone a bit under the radar since Australian Open. Another one who seems to only be playing the big tournaments these days.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. Someone who's done it all before.
She has.
I have Caroline Garcia beating the qualifier. I'm tempted by qualifier, but I'm going to go Sevastova.
Oh, mate, I know where you're going on the next one.
Corey beats Sevastova. Halep beats Garcia. And then this is where I'm torn a little bit. Could Corey Goff or Coco Goff, should I say, beat Halep?
Come on, we need big calls from JG right now.
I'm not going for it. I'm going to go Halep.
That's not the big calls that we hoped from JG there. Going with his head rather than his heart today, it seems. Not got any Heinekens in the chamber by the looks of it. I think it's a wise thing to go for. I don't think Goff's at Halep level yet.
No.
I'm going to stick with this, but we seem to have too many of the same ones for my liking at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to start pulling out some risky ones. So here we go. This might be the section for some risks.
I think it is. Anna Kunja, wild card. Big fan of her. Incredible tennis player. I'm actually going to have her beating Siniakova. It's more more than anything else. I just want to see her do it.
Mate. Big shout that. What's your reasoning behind that?
Well, I just really like her. It's just it's one from the heart again. I think she's an exciting tennis player, and I want her to win. So I want to back who I want to win. So maybe not the smartest thing in the head, but I want her to win. So there we go.
I think that's fair enough. I'm going to go against you on this one. Despite they've played once before, it was 5 years ago though, and Kunja actually beat her. But it's 5 years ago. Don't think that means anything. The next one you already know. I'm going to pick Krejcikova.
Yeah.
That match there. Wow, if that happens, it's
unfortunate. It's unfortunate because Krejcikova is another one who's unseeded, who should be seeded.
Yeah. What a matchup that'll be if it's Krejcikova Svartek.
It's a bit unfortunate, mate, for Savantech to be playing someone so
Yeah.
good early on. And it's a little tricky section, I think, for her. I think she's going to overcome her, though. I think she'll beat Krejcikova.
I'm torn, mate. I think I'm literally stuck. I love both of them. I'm going to the top match first, right? I'm not picking that one yet. I'm gonna go. Keys, is she back yet? I don't really know. I'm gonna go Keys just because Siniakova, I'm not that impressed by her.
I'm going to go Kunja, mate.
Oh,
Kunja
mate,
as well,
oh God,
going
this
through.
is where JG's bracket starts to go a bit crazy. This one, I think I'm going to have to make a big call.
Mate, listen to this big call from Mary. She's gone for Coco, beating Halep.
Yeah, that's a massive
So
call.
Mary Sky is already going all out. She's showing her cards early in this one. Jordan's saying anything could happen, Mary. Tennis throws up some crazy results. Yeah, it certainly does. And I think more so on the women. So there's nothing too mental in the world. Conja could make the semi-final. I wouldn't be that surprised.
I'm going to go with Savantech just based upon power.
Okay.
I'm weighing it up. I think if she's fresh, and bear in mind, Krejcikova might not make it through the first round. There's another thing you've always got to take into account is she might not make it. I'm pretty certain that she will. She might not, but Savantech, if she goes through her, she's definitely going through Keys for me. So, how about yourself? Is it similar?
Yeah, no, I've got
Conja?
Savantech, and then Savantech leading that little section. So she wins that bit there.
Nice.
Moving down, the 9th seed.
Ooh,
more Czech
Kvitova.
players, and we've got Kvitova's back.
Lovely stuff, mate.
So she's got the bye. Elise Cornet, Kuznetsova. I'm really torn. I'll let you go first, mate. I think I'm going to go. I don't know. I'm going to go Kuznetsova, but I usually would go Cornet. I've gone against my own self.
Did well in the last
she did.
tournament because it was in Russia more for me than anything, though. So I'm going to go Cornet at this time.
Okay.
I'm going to have Kvitova beating Cornet.
Yeah, me too. I think we've played it quite safe with the seeds this year, haven't we?
Yeah, just a bit, mate. But we see how dangerous it is. It destroys your bracket when you go too crazy. This Conja one, mate, I'm impressed. You're going pretty big on her. So
yeah, we've got to do the odd one here and there, mate.
I know.
And she's the only one I've really gone out on a limb with so far. So moving down, Magna Lynette versus Montgomery. I don't know who Montgomery is. Maybe it's a young US player. I'll have to have a look at her, to be fair.
I'm going to go with
She's a
Montgomery.
wild card. Do you know much about her?
Look, there you go. I'm just going to bring it up for you. She's 16, and this is why I'm going to go for a little bit of a punt here.
She's 16 and 368 in the world. Pretty good.
Pretty good, mate. That's what I mean. Like, I'm going to go for a bit of a punt. She's not doing terribly.
She took a set off Anisimova.
Well, exactly, mate. She's not doing badly, is she? So I'm going to use that and just say she's going to take her opportunity. She might not go further in the tournament.
Yeah.
At 16 years old. Why not?
Not a bad one. I'll go against you just because I've got high odds to be able to do that.
Yeah, mate, for sure.
So I'll go Magna Lynette there. Moving down Konta, then I'll have Konta clearing that little bit there, and then Kvitova to head that section.
Yeah, mate.
I've got some big names leading my section so far.
I know. This is where I think we're gonna have to divide a little bit on the next section. So Alexandrova, she gets a bye through the first round. Then we've got a real interesting matchup, which is Nadia Podoroska versus Sharif, mate. Sharif, who I kept on singing her praises. I think that I'm going to sing him again. I think she's going to knock out Podoroska in this matchup.
Me too, mate. Podoroska's gone out the last 3 tournaments in the first round, I believe. So not been playing well. Predominantly a clay court player. I don't see her doing very well here, to be fair. So I'm going to go with Sharif. And then I'm going to go Shelby Rogers.
Gotta be, isn't it?
I never go with a Brengo ever.
This is where I'm going to make a shout. And I did it last time, and it backfired on me massively. I'm going to go for it again. I'm going to say Sharif knocks out Alexandrova. We know Alexandrova. She turns up sometimes.
She's one of the most inconsistent players. I don't think we talk about her being inconsistent enough. You look at Yanovich, we always sort of rip into her. I think Alexandrova's worse, maybe. Sometimes. Or she's definitely up there in that level because she can be that really good, but she can lose to absolutely anyone.
Literally.
Yeah.
She can lose a set 6 love to somebody like 200 in the world, and then still win the next set 6 love. It's a bit of a bizarre player but
I
when
don't
she's
have her
on,
going far, mate. I'll have her to beat Sharif, but then Svitolina's going to beat her, I reckon, and she'll lead that little section.
I'm having Rogers to beat Svitolina, mate. This is where I'm going to mix it up a little bit, and then I'm going to have Rogers to beat Sharif.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So interesting. Oh, Mary Sky's giving me a bit of a support there. Sharif, I'm guessing, is going through for you too. So do you have Shelby Rogers though? I think Sharif is definitely one who, in future tournaments, she's going to start getting a bit deeper in the tournaments. But for now, I think Rogers, she's got more experience. She's going to take her out. Rogers heads up this small section.
And I've gone for Svitolina.
You've gone Svitolina. Wise choice. You like those Ukrainian violins. That's why you want to hear some of those.
Mate, it would be good, actually. You reminded me. I'd like to do another watch along with her.
Oh, mate, I was listening to.
She's a fun player to watch, actually.
Listening to the track again yesterday. I was like, oh god, I can't wait to do the next Svitolina watch along or the next Lloyd Harris watch along. We've only got to press it once in his one. God.
Mate, one thing we've not really taken into consideration is the fact that it's in the US.
Yeah.
Have we been that favourable to US players? I know you did with Montgomery early on. Corey Goff in the US, the fans are going to be going crazy for her, I feel. In Miami especially. It's going to have a lot of support if there is fans. I think there will probably be some level.
Don't forget, it's like a free-for-all down there in Florida. Apparently, coronavirus does not exist in Florida. So you can just go to stadiums.
I don't think that's exactly true. I think some places is a bit
You
like
can
that.
go to stadiums. You can go wherever you want pretty much. And you have Super Bowls there. You can have UFC events with fans. You can have everything if you really want. So we've got the Miami Masters there. The fans, they've got to play a part, surely. I think they will.
Yeah,
but
mate, why not?
In this matchup, Yaroslava Shadova, I don't think it's going to play a part in that matchup.
I'm going qualifier.
I'm going qualifier as well. I don't know why.
She's not good enough.
Bit mean. But this one, I'm going qualifier as well.
I'm going Sloane Stevens, mate.
Nah,
she was a champion here. Remember that? People are forgetting. Sloane Stevens won this event in 2018. She was the champion here in Miami.
Don't care.
Can she re-find some of that form? I hope so, because she's not been playing great recently. She's not really done anything of note.
Mate,
hopefully she finds a little bit. I'm going to have her to beat the qualifier. I don't think it's tough, though, because she's going to be playing Annie Samova, and I'm kind of torn. I'm not sure which way it's going to go.
I mean, she's in the form of somebody probably playing outside the top 200 or something at the moment, Sloane Stevens. So it's going to take a crowd of 200,000 or something to get.
Yeah, but she's won it there before, mate. Maybe this could be the little boost she needs. She's clearly got bags of potential.
I just don't think.
How old? She's only 28 years old.
I just don't think she's got it at the moment. She's just not got the mojo. The mojo's gone. So she just needs to get it back until I see some like little spark of brilliance again. I can't back her. So prove me wrong, Sloane. Prove me wrong.
I know what you mean. I do know what you mean. I'm just going to go on a bit of a wing and just hope she can do it.
She might be able to do it. I'm going to go Andreescu to knock out a qualifier. This next one will be tough, though. If it's Anisimova, Andreescu, is it the real Andreescu? Is she really back?
Well, she went out in Loserville as well, didn't she? The tournament after. It's not actually called Loserville for people joining us. It was a tournament after the Australian Open for everyone who lost.
Yes,
and she went out in that as well, which is a bit disappointing. I still think she's got enough, though. I think she's got a lot of quality, and it's not a particularly great section of the draw for me. I think she's got a nice little run.
Yeah, I think so.
The draw's done her a favour here.
I think so.
It's not good for the next round. I can tell you that. Looking at some of the names, you could potentially draw. Well, actually, the name. There's only one name really what stands out, and I think that's going to be her undoing. But anyway, let's get to that. So we've got Petra Martic. She's got a bye. Kalinskaya. I'm going to go Kalinskaya to go through. There's another Wang. Is this the third Wang?
Yeah, it's the third Wang. 3 Wangs in one tournament. Yeah, I mean, Kalinskaya.
I think this Wang goes.
She did very well in
Monterey,
didn't she?
Yeah.
So she was looking good over there. Is it going to be enough to get past Begu, though? Begu, I think it is. Come on, Kalinskaya, she's got a wild card. She's been playing well. Stick on the confidence. I'm going to go. I have no idea on this one. I'm not going to lie. Peterson or Wang. I'm going
It's a toss-up, mate. I'm going to go Peterson if it helps.
I don't know. I don't think
feel
it does.
a bit bad for
I'm going to go Wang then. That's 2 Wangs I've got.
I've not seen much signs from any of the Wangs recently, to be fair. There was one at one time. I remember we was watching...
Qiang Wang, that one.
Qiang Wang.
Yeah.
And she was really playing well. I remember watching her. I thought,
Qiang.
wow, this girl can play some tennis. She's seriously good. And I remember at the time I was always backing her to go through and do well in tournaments. But recently I've not seen enough. So not for me. And I don't think it matters too much because you've got Garbine Muguruza, the 12th seed. She's going to be seeded for this tournament.
Boom.
And I think, it's just dangerous, mate. I think she wipes this little section, to be fair. She beats Peterson for me. She beats Martic. And then potentially playing Andreescu in the next round. But we'll get on to that one in a minute.
Yeah, we see Nilima saying, will this be uploaded later? It's 3 a.m. here and I've got to sleep. Yeah, it will be uploaded. Just make sure before you go to sleep, make sure you do your bracket because you don't want to wake up in the morning and see it's all the tournament started.
You do have till tomorrow. I think you'll be okay because you've still got qualifiers going on. But it's best to do it before 2 p.m. tomorrow just in case they do anything crazy.
Don't rest on your laurels, mate. I'd say just do it now just to be safe and just get it in just in case they suddenly decide that they're going to start playing the first round during the semi-finals of the qualifiers or something.
No, I think you should be fine. You've still got tomorrow. But Mary's saying there, my bracket looks too much like Ben's. That's not a good sign. I might need to change it. Yeah, I would highly advise you change it.
That means you've got 2 Wangs as well, does it? Okay, right.
Well, you have the other Wang as well?
I had Qiang Wang, as well.
All right.
I know, I've got a couple of Wangs. So don't you worry about that. There we go. So we move on down and we've got Jen Brady. She's back again, mate. Do we trust her? I'm going to have Cerebres Tormo going through against Bernarda Pera. I know you like a bit of Pera in America.
I do, but not against Tormo. I think Tormo's been class recently. And in fact, it's I think she could maybe beat Brady.
I think so as well.
If it wasn't in America, I would have her to beat Brady. But because it is, and she's been resting for, I think Brady's going to have a little run. She seems to play well in America as well, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She did well in Lexington last year. She won the tournament, didn't she?
Yes, mate. She was very
good. This is where we're getting confused. So it is Kai Kanepi is down here in the draw. What I wanted to check is that accurate?
Yeah, I mean, this is going to... Well, I don't think it's actually going to affect the way I select this draw anyway. I think I'm going to go Rybakina anyway in this one. And then it's tough. Brady worries me after some of her form. I'm actually going to go Rybakina to knock out Brady.
Gosh,
2 players who have let us down quite a lot in brackets, I have to say.
Rybakina's let me down more. So I'm going to go Brady has as well.
Yeah,
I had a win in a tournament, didn't I? After the Australian Open, she lost in the first round. So she could lose to Tormo as well.
She could.
I'm going to go Rybakina as well.
You watch Tormo's going all the way through.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's dangerous. I don't know.
Right.
No, I'll follow my gut. I'll go Brady. Go on. It can't keep happening to me, can it? Surely not. Will it always happen to me?
I don't know. Well, this one's an interesting one. The Tyke, mate. The Tyke is back. She's up against Badoza. That's a real great matchup, that one. Not really sure which way I favour. It's a bit of a toss-up. I think I might go the Tyke.
I'm going to go Tyke, man.
Yeah, go the Tyke because she did well up until she met Krejcikova. I'm not sure if it counts. She beat Kvitova. No, I think it was a retirement from Kvitova. She beat Ons Jabeur and Corey Goff, though, in straight sets, and that's good enough for me.
Okay, fair enough. I'm going to go then Petkovic, I think, to beat Zhang. I've gone Zhang the last 2 tournaments, and she lost. So I'm losing my patience now.
They both lost 3 in a row. So are you going Petkovic? I'm going Zhang. There you go. Okay. Well, someone's going to break their losing run. Who's it going to be?
I don't think it matters too much because Kenin, for me, beats Eva. Yeah. And then this is where it gets tough. I'm going to have Ons Jabeur beating Teichmann like I'd always would. And then Ons Jabeur Kenin. Are
Are you sure that
that guy
I'm going to go Teichmann.
to beat Ons Jabeur?
Yeah, I'm going to go for a punt. I need a
That is
punt.
a big punt, mate.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a punt, but I don't think it's going to go any further. I have Sophia Kenin beating whoever it was anyway. I don't think either of them stand a chance.
I'm going to go Ons Jabeur, knocking out Kenin.
Oh, God, here we go.
Why
I like
are you
it.
saying that?
I like it, though.
This is a big part of the bracket as well, because I've got Brady, Jabeur, and I'm not sure on either of them.
Oh,
They're going to be playing in the quarterfinal, I
One
believe.
half of the whole thing is going to be like red.
I could have a real big red section.
Or you're top again and top of the world.
I think you can win. I don't know. I think people would go for it, though. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
So maybe you wouldn't even be top. So at least some people will be losing with me, maybe.
Well, you got another one of your favourites next up, Karolina Pliskova. And she's going to be up against the winner of Ferro or Zheng.
Okay.
I'm going to go Ferro.
Yeah, Fiona Ferro for me. Does Ferro beat Pliskova?
I'm going to go she does.
I'm going to go Pliskova.
Wow.
I think Pliskova beat her. I had Ferro winning the last tournament, didn't I? Remember?
Yes.
In Russia, I had Ferro winning it, and she just went out too comfortably.
This
I'm
one
going to have Pliskova.
Qualifier to beat Storm Sanders.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go, obviously, be going with Pegula. I'm going Pegula again as well.
Yeah, and it's funny you say that. I think she's played now, Pliskova, in the last 3 tournaments they've played together. They've always drawn each other, and Pegula has absolutely annihilated her every time. I think it's been straight sets. Some of the sets have been 6-1. I think most of them have been 6-1.
Yeah, I think she's
going to unbelievable how Pegula, the 29th seed, is absolutely battering the 6th seed repetitively over this, and it's only had 3 months of the year.
Yeah, mate. Well, I think she's going to be worried to meet her again, so she's going to take a little loss against Ferro early on just to get out, so she doesn't have to take a punishment again. No more breadsticks, please, she's saying.
Yeah. We've got a few questions here. Jordan's asking, when are we going to do the men's? We'll be doing that tomorrow evening. 12 travel tournaments, and Pliskova's pretty good in Miami. Yeah, something to take into consideration. That's why I have her beating Ferro. I think, though, against Pegula, I don't care where she is. She's not going to win. She could play in her back garden against Pegula, and she's going to lose. I don't give her a chance. Jean there's gone for Jabeur to beat Kenin. Come on, love to see that. Both on my side there for a change.
Yeah, mate. She could play. She could play in the Czech Republic and have 50,000 fans cheering against her, and she'd still beat Pliskova for me.
Yeah, me too. I agree.
So, well, anyway,
moving down, Camilla. Oh no, sorry, I've missed one. You got Sakari there. She's got the bye. You got Pliskova versus Ruud. I'm going to go Pliskova.
Same.
Georgie to beat the qualifier.
Yeah, I'm going Georgie. I'm going to go Georgie again as well to knock out Bertens.
I think Bertens might come back and win.
I don't know. Bertens just something about her style of player just doesn't really get me off my seat, really. So
she's been injured, mate. She's come back from an injury. I think it's going to take her a while. She's definitely got bundles of class, mate. She's definitely a top 10 player when she's on fire. So I think hopefully she can find some of that form.
I'm going to be having Sakari heading up this bracket, though.
Yeah, I agree. I think it picks itself. It'll be a massive upset if you don't see Sakari leading that, personally. Yeah,
I think so. So
moving down, one of my favourites, Elise Merton, 16th seed, and she's always my dark horse every tournament, really, I feel.
Yeah.
I think she's probably, I don't know if I'm going to let me have her because she's a 16th seed.
Mate, I can't be having that.
I can't even have her as a dark horse anymore.
No. This is an interesting little section, though. Filled with a few potential, maybe some upsets. We got Katrina Swat in this section, mate, which is really interesting.
Yeah, do you want to bring her up? Because she certainly is an interesting player.
Yeah, just bear with me 1 sec. I'm just going to ping her up. See if we can.
You got Jean there saying Bertens will do well in the clay season. Yeah, that's true. And Wildlife saying totally with Ben on Bertens. The thing is, I would usually put her out, but I feel like I'll go for a bit of a change. And here we go. There's Katrina Swat. She's 16 years old. Also, I thought she was higher, to be fair, than 443, which just shows the effort of the other girl.
Isn't she like
Montgomery? Yeah,
Montgomery.
Was she 15?
No, she's 6. Well, she's 16.
She was 16 as well, and she was a bit higher in the rankings. Fair play to her.
Yeah, but you see some of her results here. She was up against Zarazua recently. Went quite close with her.
There's nothing in it, it seemed.
But-
Hosami as well, that was quite close. She's more of an ITF player.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, not
she
had the
lost in
best-
3 sets to Anisimova.
Another one. They're all playing Anisimova, it seems. But
look at
who's
that. Lauren
Well,
Davis, she beat.
Well, exactly. I mean, it's an exhibition, but it's a good thing to have on your CV, isn't it? And then it just goes down to girls. Yeah, and she beat Montgomery, as you can see there.
Yeah. Fair enough. And I think that's what I was saying. I thought she would have been higher in the rankings because I know about Katrina Swat. I know how much of a talent she is. Personally, I think she will break the top 100. Obviously, not yet. I think she's going to have a few years yet. But for me, she shows a lot of promise. I like the look of her. I think she's a good player. However, I think this is going to be too soon. This is a big tournament. This is a WTA 1000. It's going to be good for her experience of playing one. However, Sersteya beats her.
Mate, for me, Sersteya, she's like a bit of a chalk or cheese. You don't know which one you're going to get on each day that she turns up. It's 1 week she's in the final. Next week she's out in the first round. For me, this is one of the tournaments the American crowd are going to get behind her. The 50,000 capacity stadium, or however many people they can jam into that place, are going to be really pushing for her to go through. So I'm going to go with Scott to go through.
All right. Big one, mate.
Any GB?
Yeah, GB. I'm going Katie Bolter.
I'm not.
I'm going to go for it.
Sorry,
I know she let you down a lot, didn't she, in the last one?
She let me down, mate. I had Ever Watson Bolter semi.
What was that, Acapulco?
I know.
No, not Acapulco. Mate. What's it? Monterey?
Monterey, yeah. Mate, I mean, I had a complete mare, mate. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, but not for me. I'm going to have just going through that one round, and then Elise Mertens cleans up, wins the next one.
Yeah, mate.
Sersteya Kontaveit.
Tough.
I'll go Kontaveit because I went to Sersteya to win a tournament recently. She lost early on as well. So I feel like I'm just going with everyone who's been letting me down recently, and they're going to come back to hit find some form when it counts.
Yeah, exactly, mate.
Hopefully not. But anyway, Elise Mertens, I think she wins this little bit as well.
Yeah. Right.
So the final bit, I believe. So the final stretch, the final 8 players. Well, I say 8. You've got 2 buyers, so 6 players. Putin-Sava. She's got a buy. Heather Watson versus Qualifier. Heather Watson's going out.
I'm going the same. I had them going to the semis, both of them. Now they're both going out first round.
It just shows how we've turned our own.
They pissed me off. Don't piss me off because now I'm not putting you through in the first round. So this next one's interesting, though. We got Tomljanovic versus Potapova.
Obviously, Tomljanovic is actually Australian. There's an error on the website here. I'm going to go for Potapova.
I'm going to go Tomljanovic. But then I'm going to have Osaka. And then I'm going to have Putin-Sava. And then I'm going to have Osaka.
Because them two, they played each other, did they not, in the Australian Open? Or maybe not. I forget. I remember watching Putin-Sava. I forget who she played. We covered so many matches, mate. It could have been anyone.
Mate. Literally. I think it was. I literally can't remember. I think we covered Putin-Sava versus someone, though.
Maybe it was Pagula.
Mate, I can't.
But anyway, I don't remember. Anyway, so let's move all the way to the top because this is where we get to the big moment of this draw preview. If you're liking what you're seeing so far, make sure you leave a like on the video. Yeah. Because now this is where brackets are made. There's a lot of points at stake. And we're going to, without wasting too much time, we're going to go through this a bit quickly. So the first one I've got, Barty Azarenka. I'm going to go Azarenka to beat Ashley Barty.
I'm doing the same, mate. I'm sticking with the lady who loves it there. She's a tournament winner multiple times. Got a feeling she's going to be bringing something special. Barty goes out in maybe 3 sets.
Okay. So here, I've changed it because I don't think that is Kai Kanepi anymore. So I'm a bit confused what's going on here. But it doesn't matter because I'm going to have Sabalenka going through regardless. Sabalenka to beat Bencic, it says on mine. I think you've got Vondrasova.
Yeah. Well, for me, that's a tough one. Sabalenka, Vondrasova. Yeah, I mean, Sabalenka I'm going to go with. She's still super young. She's only getting better. for me. She can have a few blips, but I think the class is there. I think
Yep.
she's got all the ability to keep. Just got to get back in the swing of it. She had all those tournament wins in a row. Just needs to just refine that form again, and then I think she's off to the races, and she could win another few more tournaments in a row again.
Yeah, agreed, mate.
Right.
Moving down, Halep versus Savantech.
Oh, I'm gonna go. Oh god, that's horrible.
You got the same? Yeah, I'm gonna go Halep.
I'm gonna go Savantech.
Okay.
I sort of.
I thought I knew you would have done that.
Yeah, I sort of jinxed her in one of the other tournaments, though. I think she didn't do that great when I had her win in it. So we'll see how she gets on in the next rounds. We got Kvitova, Rogers. I'm going Kvit.
I've got Svitolina, Kvitova. I'm going to go Svitolina.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
Moving down.
Muguruza versus. Oh no, sorry. I've got Muguruza Andreescu.
Yeah. I'm gonna go the Mug, mate. I can't
Muguruza
go
as well. It's a tough one because I think if Andreescu beats Muguruza, I think she'll win the whole thing. I genuinely believe that because I think that means she's playing she's back in a way
like the Australian Open effects, like the Osaka.
It was like that Osaka Muguruza one where it was so pivotal who won that in terms of who was going to win the overall thing.
Yeah.
I think this could be a bit similar in terms of if she is to overcome Muguruza, it means she's playing some serious tennis. If she's playing serious tennis, and when Andreescu's in the zone, she's the one player on the women's tour you just don't want to play because when she finds that rhythm and she's confident. And she's playing with that confidence and hitting through the ball so cleanly. She beats a lot of players, and it's dangerous. In a way, I actually want her to beat Muguruza because potentially we could see an Andreescu Osaka final, and that's what I would love to see: two women at the top of their game battling out. But I'm not going to jump the gun anymore.
Yeah, I'm just seeing a lot of people in the chat saying that Azarenka is actually still trying to recover from this injury. She's injured. This knee injury, I believe, that she's still trying to get over. So, maybe it's something different. I know it's a back problem that she's got now, and where she pulled out against Svitolina in Qatar. I mean, it's I haven't really taken that into consideration, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll have a little look anyway in a minute. Let's just keep going down the draw. What we're doing because we've got plenty of others to get through. So we've done Halep one. Sorry, we've done that. Andreescu, Muguruza. We've both gone Muguruza. Brady Jabeur for me next.
Oh, we got Rybakina Kenin. I've got.
So this is where we've got completely opposite, which is weird. And there's a weird combo to have. I'm going to go Jen Brady, which is a bit of a shame because she could come out in the first round, and now I've got to go in. Oh no, all the way to the semi-final. Oh, what a disaster! My bracket already. I want to just restart.
No restart.
Don't let me down, Brady.
Save it down. Right. Let's move on down. I got Pegula.
Who did you have? Sorry, I didn't see.
I had Kenin to beat Rybakina. Yeah. Pegula Sakari. I'm going Pegula.
Yep. Agreed.
You got the same?
Yep.
Then Mertens Osaka. Ooh.
I've got the same again. I'm going to go Naomi Osaka. I can't go against my girl right now.
No.
She is the one. And I think you'll ruin that decision you made in the Australian Open going against her for Muguruza. You're not going to make the same mistake twice, are you, Ben? That's what I want to know.
I wasn't really ruining it, was I? She had match points against Osaka, and it was like she was 1 point away from going out the tournament. So my pick was that close, really. I think she could have easily got to the final again, if not won it, but it wasn't to be. Osaka stronger mentally, it seems. And so do we move all the way back to the top?
Yeah. So this is semi-final time, I believe, or quarterfinals.
I think it's probably quarters, mate. Yeah.
Yep. So quarter-final time it is right now. I just want to give a shout out to Thomas Rock as well. With that 228, he's trying to make an even number for himself at the top to push into 52, is it? Yeah. 52.
Nice one. Cheers, the Rock.
Cheers, mate.
Does that push him ahead of Jordan?
And here comes Rafa.
That's it, mate.
Sneaky Thomas. Cheers to that, guys. Honestly, appreciate it.
We do appreciate that, guys. It's top bants as well.
So this injury with Azarenka, it's worrying me a little bit now. I think I'm going to push Barty through instead of Azarenka, purely because of the injury. I could get completely
Yeah.
annihilated for it because
I think so as well. If she's actually injured, then she might not even play half of this draw.
Yeah, that's true. But it's not going to really make too much of an impact for me because I'm again going to have Barty Sabalenka, and Sabalenka's going to win. I really fancy to see Sabalenka there in the semi-final.
She should. She should. It's a real tough one.
Not copying me, are you, Ben?
No, that's what I mean. I see you try to just quickly talk and get your one in there so that if I pick it, it looks like I'm copying you. Maybe I'll go against you. Ashley Barty goes through then. She knocks out Sabalenka. There you go, mate. I'll just do it just to spite you.
You do realise it's going to be Azarenka doing that now.
Yeah, I know.
Azarenka's going to beat Sabalenka.
That's it, mate. Azarenka wins the whole thing now. This one, I've got Kvitova versus Savantech. Do you have the same?
Kvitova versus Swan?
Savantech.
What are you talking about? You've moved down a bit too much, no?
How? Barty Sabalenka. Next quarterfinal. Savantech Kvitova.
Oh, sorry. Could you read it that way around? Sorry, I'll get mixed up. I've got Halep versus Svitolina.
Wow. Completely different.
Yeah, completely different. I'm going to go Halep.
I'm going Kvitova. The big tournaments bring out the big older players. I think Kvitova's going to get through, and then we're going to have a Barty Kvitova semi-final. Oh, it's a big one. It's a big one. Let's do the other ones first, because let's do the semi-finals to the others. And I'm going to have, so I've got Pegula versus, oh no, I've skipped one. I've got Brady versus Muguruza. It's going to be Muguruza for me. It's got to be, isn't it?
And then bottom, Pegula versus Osaka. It's got to be Osaka. So we're going to have a repeat of that pivotal moment in the Australian Open. Muguruza having several match points against Osaka, not taking them. Osaka then going on to win the whole thing. Is it going to happen again? Could Muguruza get it over the line this time? It's going to be tight. It's going to be a special match. Hopefully we can cover it in a live watch along, because I must admit, the one we did the other time, it was amazing. I know we had an issue with our stream, but the match was so good. Yeah. Probably the best match of the women's tournament for me.
You sure she's going to beat Pegula, though?
Not that sure. I think Pegula's got enough quality to beat Osaka. I just feel like I'm going against it's like me going against Rafa, mate, at Roland Garros right now. I've got a bit of a affiliation for Naomi Osaka. There's something...
I know. You tend to just have your...
I get a bit obsessed. I get obsessed with a player, and then I can't get them out of my head. And Naomi Osaka right now is that player. I feel like every draw she's going to be in, I'm going to have her win it. It doesn't matter if it's clay. Yeah. It could be on the carpet, mate. I love Naomi Osaka winning it.
She's top of the race for a reason. Come on. I've got to throw some respect in her. Her and Muguruza are top of the WTA singles race. So they're going to be meeting each other.
They're number 1 and 2 right now in the world for me in terms of the way they're playing performance-wise. I think the race to, Shenzhen?
Yeah, Shenzhen. I can't even fit all these on the screen.
That is an actual good indication of how good players are playing right now. And there's no doubt that them two are number 1 and 2. You even got Brady there. Look, number 3, Mertens 4. Yeah, they're all class players. It's amazing Serena Williams is still there, to be fair. Shame we didn't see her in Miami.
Yeah, exactly, mate.
I'd love to have seen her here.
Mate, it would have been a dream. It would have been a dream. But here we go. We've got the top semi-final. For you, Sabalenka. For me, Ashley Barty. So Barty Kvitova for me.
And I've got Halep Sabalenka.
Halep Sabalenka. Who you got going into the final first?
Simone Halep.
I'm going Kvitova.
This is nuts. I didn't even want Halep. I didn't even want Halep there. I don't know how this has happened to me. I've got Simone Halep in the final, but
sometimes it's like that. You get through the draw and you realise before you know it, you're in the final and you've put Kvitova into the final or Halep into the final. But
we've got Jackie there agreeing with me saying, JG, I'm with you. I get totally obsessed with players. I think that's what the issue is. I get obsessed with certain players and they knock out other players who potentially could win. And then I'm left with someone who I'm not sure who's going to win. And all of a sudden I find them in the final. And then I probably haven't winning it in the end.
Tell you one player.
I always have the one I'm obsessed with winning.
Tell you one player I'm completely obsessed with. Aslan Karatsev. That's one player I'm obsessed with, mate. And you guys will find out very soon how obsessed. because I've got a little treat coming up for you guys. Hopefully, well, if not tomorrow, in the next couple of days. So keep your eyes peeled on the channel because a little tribute coming up to our man Aslan. So here we go.
I've not even seen it myself. I'm looking forward to it.
Mate, I've been working. I've been slaving away for 48 hours since Dubai finished. So
and we've got Gene there saying Kuznetsova could beat Kvitova, Ben. That's your pick going for. So be careful with that.
Good, rather. Yeah, you really could.
So
Mate.
then at the bottom, did we say who we've got? I've got Naomi Osaka, Muguruza. Same again. Osaka does it. So Osaka's going to be in the final.
Don't make me make the decision again. God.
Just make it.
I'm actually going to go Osaka just based on the last performance.
Finally, he's seen the what's it called?
The light?
No, I was going to say the good side, but it's not the good side. What's it? The bright side?
I don't know.
You've seen the whatever side. You've seen the right side because Naomi Osaka's going to be doing it. And I just believe in her more than anyone, mate, right now. She's a big game player, mate. She turns up for the slams.
Mate.
She's there. WT 500, mate. She's going to be turning up.
American love her. She's got the American fans on side. So I think
she's got all tennis fans on side.
For me, I think it's going to be tough for anyone to beat her. After seeing her at the Australian Open, it's going to take a miracle to beat Naomi Osaka right now. I think she wins the whole thing, mate. I'm going to go in before you. And I'm going to say she beats Kvitova in the final.
Wow. And I've got Halep in the final, but I think it's not going to be
Halep to win, yeah.
I don't actually think Halep's the second player in this whole thing. I don't think she's even going to get to the final. I don't know how I've managed to get her there. So it's got to be Naomi Osaka by default kind of thing. So Naomi Osaka is going to be my champion of WTA Miami Open. And hopefully she does it emphatically because I think she's an incredible talent and she follows up that amazing success in Australia. So I think now, Ben, considering we've got the same winner, I think it's dark horse time. Just make sure you click save on your bracket.
Oh, yeah,
mate. Just do that now because I want to lose that.
Mate, I'm going to lose it. I don't know. I just always this last little bit never really means too much, but I'll do it anyway.
Yeah, I've just done this. Doesn't really matter. Yeah. So now it's time to pick your dark horse. So I'm having a little look now, and I'm trying to see some players who I've had going through quite a way. Sloane Stevens, dark horse? No, surely not.
No. Sloane Stevens, mate. Could be.
There's no one that really jumps off the page, and I feel like I need to get there quick because you're going to probably get one who I want. There's just no one, mate. There's no one who I look at as think you could potentially win this whole thing.
No.
Who's not a seed. It could be maybe one of the qualifiers.
No, come on, mate. Be serious.
Well, we saw it in the men's, mate. Why not?
Mate, I'm going to go with my one. I'm going to go Krejcikova. There you go. She's my dark horse.
Okay. It's not helped me at all, mate.
Tyke? What, Tyke? Ferro? No.
Kai Kanepi, dark horse, Kai Kanepi.
Why not, mate?
She's rolling back the years. Let's see if she can do it. Gene agrees as well. His dark horse, Kanepi. Just hope she can do it. And we've got a really good one here from George saying Danielle Collins. Unfortunately, I think Collins is a seed, is she not?
Where is she in the draw? I've forgotten now.
At the top.
Is she right at the top? Oh my god, there's so many people in there. Oh yeah, there she. Yeah. Danielle Collins.
Oh, Danielle Collins. That's a good pick. Yeah. Danielle Collins could be good.
I would say that's a good one. Saying Kuznetsova. That's quite an interesting one as well. If she manages to get past Kvitova, could be a good one. She had a good tournament.
I'm gonna just have to stick with Kanepi, mate. Kanepi's gonna do it,
mate.
She's gonna win the whole thing, mate. She's gonna beat Osaka in the final. I can see it now.
Jackie jumping in said, "I used to like Karatsev. Then he went and beat the Rub. Come on, come over."
Hey, this is a good one you'd like, Ben. Should I say Kostyuk?
Yeah. For me, this type of tournament, a little bit too much too soon for her at the moment. I think she's got great movement around the court. I don't think she has the power to compete with a lot of the big hitters. That's my only criticism on that. But Jackie, come over to the Kara side. Leave the Rub side. Kara's over here. There's like carrots for days.
Well, let us know in the chat, guys. Who do you have
Yeah.
winning the whole thing? What's some of your routes? We've got Mary saying Muguruza Savantech final, Savantech to win it. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd love to see her do it. It'd be awesome to cover her in the final if we get her. Say, I don't know if she can play as an Osaka, but I think whoever she plays in the final would be awesome to see.
Mate, I think it's just going to be an awesome tournament all round, to be honest. I think we could have just picked absolute rubbish picks, but they could be absolutely incredible picks as well. You don't know. We don't know until it all kicks off. Make sure you get your brackets in and get them in time, because you don't want to be one of the people sitting there thinking, oh, no, I've missed out now. Because, well, you've seen I've just updated my one. I'm in now, mate. Locked into the Miami Open for the women's. We'll be back tomorrow. Don't forget for the men's one. That's going to be more fireworks, I'm sure. I mean, it's missing.
Well, I think with the men's, what we're going to start off with, we'll talk about some of the players who have withdrawn, because I think we've had about 35 people withdraw from the tournament, which is bizarre. I don't think it's ever been such a deflated field, really, for a big Masters tournament. However, there's still a lot of talent, and I think it's going to be amazingly exciting. We've got the likes of Massetti. We've got loads of these young players. This is their chance. A lot of players not in it. Just take it with both hands and go for it, because you've got bundles of talent, mate. Exactly. If you get a nice little draw and a few upsets early on, why not? Full of confidence, playing well. I just hope to see what happens. Karatsev's in it as well, so it's going to be an incredible tournament. The craziest thing is Karatsev's now in his Masters. What's his first ever Masters?
Yeah,
and he's got a bye in the first round.
Yeah,
giving him a bye, which is unbelievable.
Mate, I love that, mate. Well, we will. We will bring you that draw tomorrow. We need to still do a quick wrap-up show just for the tournaments that did happen last week. We'll try and get that one to you. If not before the draw preview, then we'll try and get it to you around the same time, or we'll get it out this week anyway, just to wrap up, because we can't go without talking about in length some of those tournaments last week, because there was some incredible matches.
Basically, we're going to do an Aslan Karatsev special tomorrow, so you don't want to miss it. I just want to say one thing. In the chat, we do have the Discord chat pinned to the top. If you've not joined the Discord, go check it out. It's completely free. Bit of fun, loads of cool channels, and it'll be good to talk to you on there for sure.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're putting me under pressure now, announcing it's tomorrow. That means I can't sleep tonight. I've got to work around the clock, but it's all right.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
That's what I was saying. I was keeping it up in the air so that I gave myself.
I'm just giving you a tight deadline now.
I was already giving myself the same deadline, but just in case I don't meet the deadline, but I'm going to be up tonight late, finishing off that masterpiece. Don't you worry about it, guys.
I honestly can't wait, mate. So stay tuned for that. And I guess we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Indeed, guys. Good luck.